Hello, and thank you so much for joining me for Time Together with UPSYCHELly. Today, what we're going to be doing is we are going to be watering our plants. And today is also Finish Line Friday. So, what I would like to do is go over what I finished doing yesterday and show you what the plants, look like as far as when they need to be watered. And I usually play music in the middle of this for you, but today I am lucky to be able to stream directly to you through YouTube versus a software like I was using another software on my browser, and that one's having a little bit of trouble tonight. So what is really good about going directly through YouTube is that the picture quality, as I've seen before, is usually a little bit better. I make no promises. So we're going to try and hopefully it doesn't look like it's focusing. Yep, that's as focused as it's going to get. All right, maybe if I take this one out, better. So I do have them sort of lined up in order, kind of this way, backwards. So I had the first one that I ever did. I gave to my husband. If you can see, the dirt it's kind of light. It probably could stand another day of being allowed to dry. So for purposes of our video, we are going to be watering it. Now, what I want to show you is the difference in color between a more dry. So we have this more dry. You can see a little white flecks in there. And then our plant that we just planted yesterday. Again, you can see the difference in color. You can see this is brown and it still has dark brown in it. So we could stand to let it dry out a little bit more. Let's take a look at a couple of other plants. We have the plant that was planted the day before yesterday. Now this one's drying out pretty quickly, but if you notice, it's just about the same size. Not really. It's smaller than this one. So less dirt means that there was less anything in there, like substrate, anything in there to soak up water, to hold on to that water, to gradually give that water back to the roots. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you how to water them, and I have a little like a spoon that I'm going to be using. It's just a little measuring spoon. Don't tell my husband I stole this out of the kitchen. All right, so my idea is to slowly water these plants. And to slowly water plants, what you do is you put ice on top. So we're going to go to plant number 1, and we're just going to put a little bit of ice right on top. There you go. And so you're going to see that plant should change color as that ice melts. All right. What's another one that's looking kind of dry? This one was looking a little dry. He's a little tinier. I'll get these out so they're flat. Oops. So these two look good. Now, this is plant 2, and you're going to see it is not that dry, but the other day it had actually fallen out of the container. So I had to plant it in a little bit deeper, and I was figuring that I was going to be watering it like the next day. So I just planted it with damp soil. So these two are pretty good right now. I'm really not going to mess with those. I'm going to leave those alone. These others are starting to look a little like light cut in color, so just gonna water them. Ice water. And and that's that. You know what I could do is I did have a beat that I had made up the other day. Let's see if I can get that playing. Queued up for you. Thank you for your patience. We are actually watching ice melt. That is what we're doing. We are waiting for ice to melt right now. So, around this time, I always like to ask you if you are on YouTube, if you could please hit that subscribe button. I believe it is somewhere down there. If you are on Facebook or on LinkedIn, if you would please follow. We are very, very grateful for the time that you do take when you have had a chance to come on by and watch our videos later. We can see that, and we really do appreciate your support. We appreciate, any comments, any likes. I've had some DMs, and when I do tell people about the concept and people get an opportunity to see, what we're doing with UPSYCHELly, they really like the idea. So I encourage you to continue to keep on coming back every day to see what we have in store for you. Next week, we're going to be going over into planning. Now, in our first videos, I had shown you how to put together plarn balls. And those plarn balls I use for crocheting. Into a whole bunch of different shapes and stuff. I'm trying to see. I have a project, but they're usually filled with something, so give me a sec while I empty it out. All right. And it is emptied out. All right, so while we are still waiting for our ice to melt, let's see if it melts within the 10 minutes that we usually try to keep our videos to. We'll see. I'm going to put these back because they don't really need to be out and about. I tend to knock them all the time. And one more here. These are still looking pretty light. All right. So here's the project. You can see a little bit of it. It's like a little the square basket. It's made out of plastic bags that I crocheted together. It's got handles, and it has a little design in the front. So that is my basket made from Plarn. I have made a lot of different baskets. So I've made coasters, I've made bowls, I've made a whole bunch of different things. All right, so we are at our 10-minute mark. I apologize, I wasn't able to get to my music today. No clue what I did to it. But let me go on ahead and show you here before I leave how dark this dirt is. That's how dark we want it to get to when it is nice and wet. So, well, actually, I don't think I wet that one enough. We'll see. But let's see. Does it match? Does it match? No, it doesn't. See how it's still just a little bit lighter. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to add the water to this one. This one I'm just going to take as if we water today. A couple of things that you want to keep in mind. The bigger that your container is, the less often you're going to have to water it, because again, it's got more material in it to help it to absorb water that, you know, helps to water your roots. So thank you so much for joining me for Time Together with UPSYCHELY. If you are on YouTube, we are really wanting more subscribers and of course more followers, but really more subscribers to YouTube. Please hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful Friday. Have a wonderful weekend. I hope your weekend is wonderful and recharging. Bye-bye.